Today what we're going to do is we're going to write linear equations in slope-intercept form. You'll notice that you'll find this in Chapter 5, Section 1 of your textbook. It's primarily covered in 6A standard slope-intercept form. So let's get started. The first thing that they ask us to do is to write an equation of a line with the slope of -4 and the y-intercept of 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this information and we're going to plug it into the equation y equals mx plus b form. And remember that in this form, the m is your slope and your b is considered your y-intercept. So essentially what you're going to be doing is just plugging it into this. So I'm going to write it as y equals my slope, which is -4, x plus 6. And now you have equation in that form. What's nice about this is they automatically give you the slope and the y-intercept. Later on, you're going to find that they don't always give you the slope or the y-intercept. This next equation, you'll notice, or the problem, you'll notice it asks us to write an equation, but you'll notice that they don't give me the slope. So there's a couple of things that we can do. Number one, we can count the slope, or we can also use that formula we learned a while back, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. But since they gave me the graph, let's use that information. I'm going to go m equals, I'm going to look at my slope, and I'm going to start at this point right here. And the reason why I start here is it's the first point I get to from left to right. Okay? So to go from 0, 4 to 3, -2, I move down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I move down 6. And then I move to the right 3. So it's the rise over run. Since I moved down, I'm going to go -6, and I moved right 3. And I'm going to reduce it as -2. So that is my slope, and we've done that before. Now I need to find my b. Now, if you remember when we talked about y-intercept, that is where a graph or a line crosses the y-axis. And you're going to notice that we do have that. We have a star on the y-axis, and the ordered pair is 0, 4. Right? So my y-intercept then is going to be 4. So if I put that information together in y equals mx plus b, y gives me -2 x plus 4. And there is the equation of that line. Essentially, it's a lot easier when they give you a graph, because all you need to do is count for your slope, find your y-intercept where it crosses the y-axis, and you're good to go. Plug it in the equation. The last problem that we're going to look at today is writing an equation for a linear function f with the values of f of 0 equaling 4 and f of 2 equaling 12. Now you're going to notice it's kind of in a different form. This is called function notation, and we've handled it before. The first thing that you do is you put them in ordered pairs. So I'm going to go 0, 4, and the other one is going to be 2, 12. Now we need to find the slope. And so to find the slope, I'm going to use y1, y2, x1, y1, x2, y2. And it's really important that you label the first point x1, y1. You don't want to go x1, y2. You want to make sure that it's a 1 because this is the first point that I come to, and this is the second point I come to. So I'm going to use my slope, and again, we've learned this before, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I'm going to plug it in, so I get 12 minus 4, 2 minus 0. My numerator ends up being 8, my denominator is 2, and so my slope is 4. Right? So I found my slope. Now I got to look at my y-intercept. Now remember, when we do y-intercept, I look for the 0 in the x, and the number that's paired with that is my y-intercept. And you'll notice up above that actually happens. So my y-intercept is going to be my 4. Now today, they give you the y-intercept. The next time we meet, they won't, and so we'll have to do something different. So I found my y-intercept. I'm going to take this now. Y equals mx plus b. Y equals, my m is going to be 4x plus, and my y-intercept is 4, and I'm done with the equation. The assignment will be found in Schoology. If you have any questions, make sure that you email me as soon as possible. Also remember that while you're doing the odds in the assignment, that you make sure and check your answers. We don't want to be doing things wrong.